Hi. Okay, so my name is Emily, and today I am going to be talking about my debt. I am on a financial journey, and I'm 29 years old. I just got back to work from being a stay-at-home mom. I was lucky to get to stay at home with my son, and very much not according to our plan. A lot of the times, my boyfriend was the stay-at-home dad as well. So, during he got hurt 2 weeks after I had my son, and then COVID happened, and then we moved into an apartment without having the funds really to do so. So it's just been kind of an experience, to say the least. So I just got today is Friday. It is my payday. I will get paid bi-weekly, and it's been super inspiring for me to watch these different journeys. One of my favorite people who talk about their finances on here is Monet's Money. She is super consistent. She doesn't always, at first she didn't always have like a lot to put in, and it was very inspiring to me. And she's been doing it for a little over a year, I do believe. And it's been really inspiring to watch all of her videos. I think I've seen them all now. And it's been super inspiring for me to watch her stuff. So I'm going to start filming myself so that I can record my own personal journey. I am a mom. I have a ton of bills, which I'm going to talk about here today. And I'm just kind of doing my best to try to get out of the financial situation that I am in with my boyfriend, and I'm going to try to do better in life for my son. I feel like my parents always did very well financially, and we never struggled. And kind of since my son has been born, I feel like we have been in a financial situation, and I just don't want to stay in that habit. So this is important to me. This is inspiring to me. This is my goal, to do my best as a mom, as a person, for my son, to set a good example. So that is kind of my why. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to give you where I'm starting at. So yeah, so first thing, so I have 10 deaths exactly. There might be some medical bills. That's not something that I factored into this. I literally went to my Credit Karma and I wrote down what I owe on there. I am factoring this based on what I pay every month. So, what I have to budget, what charges me interest, and things like that. I have learned a lot from Dave Ramsey, but I'm going to do the Emily method loosely based off of Dave Ramsey's method, because I'll get into why some of his things don't make sense for me in my debt situation, and why I think that like what I'm planning on doing makes more sense for me financially. Again, he's very much smarter than me financially, but I'm just kind of like going off of what I see, what numbers I see month to month accruing and things like that. So that's just a little disclaimer there. First things first, this is my car payment. So I call my car Ophelia. She is a 2017. I've made a good chunk of payments towards her, and my payment for that is $347.80 a month. As of today, so I'm just starting off like what I owe today so that I can make like progress videos and things like that. As of today, I owe $6,401.46. So each month, obviously, that gets taken down. What I'm going to try to do with my paychecks, is start to take out half of that. So actually today I took half of that payment to the credit union where I have my car finance through and made that payment. And I plan to do that bi-weekly. It sounds like a lot of hassle and things like that, but I personally get a lot of satisfaction from going to the credit union, making the payment, seeing my debt go down on the receipt that they give me. So I'm going to continue doing that. So every paycheck, I'm always going to take out half of that until I pay it off. So and the next time I will do that is the 20th of August. So this is one of the things, this is one of my debts that I am not going to be using the Dave Ramsey method for. My Chase Freedom card. It's so ironic that they call it the Freedom Card because this is my worst debt that I have. I owe $7,749.68, and for the last many months, I have owed $7,749.68. That is because I get charged a 24% interest every month. So I will make a $225 payment and then $150 or something like that pretty much immediately comes out. Now, if I'm late, I get charged a $40 fee. It's just all around a horrific situation, to be honest. And where I'm going to be differing from Dave Ramsey is he says it doesn't matter the interest rate, it doesn't matter anything else, you pay off your smallest debt first, which I'll continue to show you what like I'm getting charged interest on different things. It does not make sense for me to allow this credit card to keep staying here while I'm paying off something that I owe zero interest on, which is some of my payments. So this I plan to try to really start making dents in as best I can. My paychecks are a little bit less than I thought that they were going to be. I was a little bit disappointed to find out yesterday what my paycheck was going to be, but I hope that I will be able to be a testament to still being able to pay stuff off when you're really, truly, honestly pinching pennies, which I will be doing. So yeah, and I think that the minimum payment on this a month is $225, like $60 or something like that, depending on like if I used it that month. I do work really hard not to use it, but sometimes I have to. Oh, there's my son. Okay, he just went back to sleep. So yeah, so it doesn't make sense to me at all to just pay the minimum payment. I don't know what I'm going to do about this because I don't really know how I'm going to make higher than a $225 payment while also like putting other money into sinking funds, which, you know, I have to because, you know, other things come up. I can't like not live my life, but I thought about trying to do like a different, like a loan somewhere else. I don't know if that's the answer. I don't know if I should try to pay other things down first or so that like I have a higher income to debt ratio. I really don't know what to do about this. So if anybody else has dealt with a credit card payment like this, I would definitely appreciate your advice because like, again, I just don't know how I'm going to pay higher, but I kind of need to if I'm ever going to watch this go down. Yeah, and it's not like I used it a lot. I just think that like, you know, debt things happened and it's not like I pay bills with it or go shopping with it or anything like that. It's just like kind of accrued over the years. I mean, I've had this credit card probably since I was 19 years old. And only just like after I think I stopped working did we start like did we start using it like for like shopping or buying things or things like that. I always paid it off every month. I just think that like not having an income kind of killed me. honestly. So yeah, so there's that. Sally Mae. So Sally Mae used to be a nightmare of mine, really and truly, until I called them and kind of explained the situation to them, that like I could only pay what I could pay. But before that, they were quite literally harassing me. I wish that I had never gotten a loan through them at all. But you know, at the time I was young, I wanted to go to school in New York City, so I took out a shit ton of loans and kind of threw caution to the wind, and I'm paying for it now. But do I regret the experience? No, but I guess it could be worse. So one of my first ones is $4,348.86. That's as of today. And I don't know what the minimum payment is, honestly, because it's kind of lumped together with my next one that I'm going to show you. But I would like to maybe start making higher payments on this one a month. Maybe like every pay I might like put $50 towards it or something like that, along with the lump sum payment. That might kind of be, I'm just going to have to play around with it again. Today was my first paycheck, so it's going to take some like figuring out. So yeah, this first one is $4,348. And then here's the big one. It's more than my car payment. It's more than I owe on anything else except for the house that I am buying. So yeah, $17,904.02. I think that my Sally Mae payment with the 2 loans, I think that the minimum is like $146. So I might like do half of the $146 bi-weekly and then like add $25 to that, so then I'm paying extra on the lower loan is kind of, I think, what my action plan is going to be, so that I can pay off that loan maybe first. Okay, and then here is my Fed loan due. And now here's what I'm saying. Like if I was going by Dave Ramsey, then I would pay off this loan first because it's $1,227. It's what I owe the least on, just to knock that debt out of the way, which does make sense, but it also doesn't for my situation. Fed loan right now, if you are familiar with COVID, a Fed loan is not charging anybody interest right now. You're not expected to make any payments right now. And I try not to take too advantage of things like that if I can otherwise avoid it. But right now I don't see paying extra or trying to knock this or any of these out when they are not charging me interest. Like, these debts are not going up. They have not gone up for over a year. So why would I pay, like, make sure to knock these out when I'm literally not being charged any interest? It just doesn't really make sense to me, except for the fact that, like, it'll make you feel good to pay off that debt, but it's like it would make me feel good to not be being charged $160 in interest on my credit card anymore. That's what would make me feel good, to not go $150 further into debt for not even using my credit card every month. So that's kind of like where my headspace is at with that. But again, I fully admit that I got myself into this mess. Dave Ramsey is much smarter than me when it comes to money, but I'm just going to do things my way, being conscious about money now, and see where that gets me for the next few months. So yeah, hopefully I can see that go down. And then here's my sinking fund. So I'm actually going to make another video because my first one, I was shaking a lot. I was wearing like a headpiece for my GoPro versus just like on a tripod like it is now. And it was just too shaky. And I think that if anybody does watch it, they will probably get like computer sick if they're watching it. So all the debts in added up is $54,145 and 2 cents. What do I want to knock out first? So again, not going by the Dave Ramsey thing. I'm thinking to try to pay $50 extra, so maybe $190 total on this Sallie Mae loan first, because I don't think that they're killing me on interest right now, but I've dealt with Sallie Mae long enough to know that like at any time they can like start to kill you on interest. So I'd like to get away from them as soon as I can if possible. So I'm going to try to pay $50 extra a month on that. And again, like, it would be awesome to be able to pay like $350 a month on this, so that like $100 of it is going towards the interest, that I'm only getting $50 in interest every month instead of $150 in interest. But I'm literally just going to have to, I might like, after filming this, I might like play around a little bit, like, should my next paycheck be the same as this one, and like, oh shit, I didn't even add in, fuck, I didn't add in my I didn't add in my rent to own house. So we should have this house paid off in 8 years is what the hope is, but I'll write that down here. Geez Louise. And I just made the $600 payment today. It's $600 a month, and I'm not going to write down right here, but it's $600 a month, and we should have it paid off in 8 years. Our goal is to knock out some of this stuff, and once Will starts working, like I hope to make higher payments on it soon so that we can pay it off. We'd like to pay it off in 5 years, but for right now it's $600 a month. So anyways, so like, what happened with my paycheck today? So my paycheck was, let me grab my envelope. So again, I filmed this. I not filmed this. I made this list. I did the math yesterday during my lunch break once I found out how much my paycheck was going to be, and did this math. So I'll kind of walk through like what these are. So my paycheck was $965.99. I thought it was going to be more, but it wasn't. So I'm just taking it for what it is. And $600 is the rent that was due. The rent was technically due on the 1st, but our landlady is super cool, and she understood that I was just starting a new job. Will is not working right now, so she accepted the $600 today, which she just left a little bit ago. And okay, so that left me with $365.99. My car payment was due, and my full payment, like I said, is $347.80, but half of that is $173.90. So I'm making half of it today, and then I'm going to make half of it on the 20th. And then I hope at that paycheck to take the rest of like I want to take out the full amount, but I'm only going to pay $173.90, so that the following paycheck I only have to take out this amount. I want every paycheck to only take out this amount and like never be late on a payment. That's what I would like. This month I'm going to be late on the full amount, but I'm just doing the best that I possibly can right now. That left me with $192. And is that 9 cents? I think so. Yeah, it's $192.09. And then half of my Sallie Mae payment, which was due yesterday, which I wasn't able to pay because I didn't have my paycheck yet. I paid $72.64. So that was that. After those payments, I had $119.45. I put $25 into my savings account at the bank, and that left me with $94.45. So I'll carry this list into my next video, which is my sinking funds, which again, I already filmed, but I'm I'm going to refilm because it was kind of shaky. So yeah, so that is my debt. That is the debt that I am working with. That is the debt that I'm working to bring down. You just saw my paycheck is not very much for the debt that I have, for the payments that I have to make. But I am just going to record myself doing my best and trying to still make attempts to fix my situation, even though I'm not in the best situation. So things are going to change. I'm going to be putting my son in daycare. I don't know how that's going to work. I truly, truly don't know how we're going to financially do it. But once Will goes back to work, hopefully it'll help. So yeah, that was my debt. That's my first video probably that I'll post, and then I'll post my sinking funds to make things a little bit more positive on here. So thanks so much if you did watch this. Let me know your journey, things like that. I love watching people's journeys. I love to see people fix their situation versus staying in their situation. So thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to sharing my progress. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.